Right, I don't normally do live feeds on YouTube. I'm normally busy running around like a blue-ass fly. Today has been no exception. Now, the one thing I want to do is I've just made a very quick video. I don't expect there to be lots of people on here, and this isn't about whether or not people pop up and ask questions, but if they do have questions, they can pop on there, and they can feel free to ask me anything, and I'll do my very best to answer. But I've just done a very brief video on the bears. For those who don't fully understand, the whole point of the bears is that you sponsor the bear to be on the march. This is because obviously we understand not everybody can attend a march. As much as they might love to, not everybody can. And that's just the reality, that some people can do things and some people can't. But if you sponsor a bear, then that bear will be on that march. So it's not about purchasing a bear to earn. It's about sponsoring a bear. So that the money raised, now I must reiterate to people, MARIAS is a non-profitable, non-charitable, non-funded organisation. I do not get paid for any of what I do. These bears will help save life, which may sound very extreme, but put yourself in the position of being a girl who has been held down, beaten, raped, had things and objects inserted inside her, can't tell her family for fear. There are so many people out there that I swear if they really knew the trauma that these girls go through. And yes, I am aware that there are a lot of people that don't agree with the fact that I help Muslim women. But do you know what? I'm not here to judge people and what religion they are and what religion they're not. I don't think Islam is a religion of peace. That is my opinion. I don't like any religion. I'm an atheist. But human beings is a different matter. And the Muslim women that have shown their support, the likes of Rahil Raza, who will be there on the 20th of August in London, where we will be going from Downing Street to Westminster. Baroness Cox will be there as well. She will be marching with us. Ozia Rashid will also be marching with us. Because do you know what? If you don't have the voice of Muslim women, this problem will spread. It will get worse. It will never stop. And these are Muslim women unafraid to call these rape gangs Muslim men. They do not hide behind political correct terms like not a true Muslim or the words, well, it's nothing to do with Islam. They don't do that. They don't hide. They say it as it is. This could also help save the life of an apostate. Now, so far, I have managed to find safe houses for several. In fact, I think now I'm down to 6 apostates that I've helped so far. They're the ones that I've got moved. That's not including the apostates that I give moral support to. Sometimes people just need someone to talk to. Then there are the girls who have been victims of Muslim rape gangs. I can't tell you the amount of women that I've helped. It might be moral support. It could be that it's 4 a.m. and I'm sitting on the phone at 4 a.m. because somebody is breaking their heart because of what they've gone through and they just need someone to listen. Or it could be that I turn up and I go to their home and I give them support that way. Maybe they've got a court case. I will go to court with them. I will go to meetings with them. I will arrange for them to meet with people, which I'm not going to go into. It's not something I'm prepared to discuss, because the minute I talk about the way in which I help, then obviously it could make it very difficult to continue to give that help. I've helped get legal representation for girls. I do this for free. I don't do it because I'm some saviour of the nation. I do it because it's the right thing to do. But I can't deny that, yes, would it help me to cover more areas if I could afford fuel? Yes. If I have to use some of the money for fuel, then it will be fully transparent. Everything will be fully transparent. The money does not come to me. There was a guy on Twitter, his name is Great Brit. He and I came up with the idea, and together we've put it together, and we've managed to get it going, and fingers crossed these will fly. You know, I really hope that it does take off. And if we can get these bears on the march, and people then wish to purchase a bear and to be able to make more money to be able to help another girl who's been raped, or to help another apostate, or to help a Muslim woman who's been a victim of Sharia law in this country, then I will do that. And that is where the money will go. Not a single penny will come to me. Okay, I'd rather be poor and know that what I do for all the right reasons than to be wealthy off the back of somebody's misery. And that's the important thing. Now, that's that little bit there. So there is another video I've uploaded, and it is up there for everybody to see. And I have to say, these are amazing quality as well. They're so soft, honestly. In fact, this one here actually sits on my pillow. And this one represents Rochdale. So each one's got his own little T-shirt on with a little MARIAS logo here. Beautiful little colours. They come, we've got effalumps, there's cows, and there's teddy bears. So I will ask everyone to dare to care for a bear. However, bringing me to my next topic. Drum roll, please. So I shared out a really vile, and I mean vile message, okay? I'm just going to bring it up so you guys can hear exactly what it says. If I can find it, it could be anywhere. Okay, are we ready? Are we all sitting comfortably? Feel free to tag anybody else in on this. And thank you, Ryan Breheny, for getting a bear. I really appreciate that. And thank you, Flat Wind Flyer, for sponsoring one for Dewsbury. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. So this was what I'd shared. His name is Yusri Malik. He says, "Remember me. I will taste your sweet pussy as I hold a gun to your head for talking bad about Islam. When I'm done pleasing you like a slut, mate, you couldn't please me like anything, trust me. I will shove a bar up your ass so you internally bleed for a couple of minutes after you are in severe pain. I will put 2 rounds in your chest so you choke on your air, and then I will cast off your head off your shoulders as punishment, mashallah. I will hunt your bloodline and ensure they are all punished for your reactions. May Allah be merciful on your wicked soul. After I'm finished with you, Tommy Robinson will be tortured until the Almighty is pleased with me, and his screams of misery will please me in every way possible. I will cast his feet and hands off as punishment, so he shall live in embarrassment for as long as he lives." So I put that up on Facebook, and I just said, how lovely, how beautiful. I can see why he clearly has lots of girlfriends. Not. That got me a 30-day ban. I got a 30-day ban. Not the arsehole that said it. Me. Now you can ring the police. It won't make any difference. Do you know what they'll say? They'll say, well, you could always come off social media. Well, my attitude is you could always do your job. Do your job. Instead of telling me to come away, do your sodding job. Now, this is in conjunction with what Janaya English had been getting, all of the threats. Now, I've been getting threats for years, the last 7 years. I am on Gabs. For anybody who doesn't know, you can still find me under DICS 131294. So I am on Gabs. I'm still getting used to using it, but I am getting there slowly. But how many more times have I got to have people send me messages? You whore, you white trash slag, I'll rape you, I'll anally rape you, I'll sodomize you, I will make you burn in hell. Well, you're not going to make me burn anywhere, sunshine, because I don't believe in heaven and hell. I think that hell is what we're living in right now. But I'm an atheist. I fear no Allah. I fear no God. I fear none of it. So I'm not going to burn anywhere. And if I do, it's going to be when they take me to my deathbed, and after I'm dead, they'll put me through the Bunsen burner, and my daughter's going to scatter me around some beautiful rose bushes. And I don't fear that either. So you coming on and telling me that I should fear your Allah, I fear nobody, and that includes you that want to send your threats. I have had a barrage over the years. And always they refer to my white skin. I never refer to people's skin color. Couldn't care less if somebody is black, white, or sky blue, pink with polka dots. I don't care. I literally do. This is how many F's are given. 0. A big fat 0. I don't care. The racism is when you can't help yourself but to mention the fact I happen to have white skin. I've been called a filthy Aryan bitch. Well, I'm sorry, I was born with blonde hair, blue eyes. Whoops, my bad. I'll take it up with my family. But don't send messages telling people like me and Janaya to fear your God. Because I don't fear your God or anybody's God, because I don't believe in him. So I can't be intimidated and bullied in that manner. Can't and won't. And your threats are empty. And if that one occasion it's not an empty threat and you carry it out, and I go to my death threat bed at the hands of some jihadi nut job, well, I'll tell you what, I hope you're ready for the wrath, because there'll be a wrath. No matter if there's 5 people, 10 people, 20 people that view my videos, makes no difference. Makes no difference. Because people do care. So if that one time when you mean it, you'll be the ones that get the wrath. Sorry, I just need to read this comment here. Bought a bear a few days ago for Yeovil. I can't come to Telford, I'm afraid, because of work commitments. Good luck tomorrow, Tony. Keep it up. I'm not sure what's actually going on tomorrow, Steve. Thank you, Circumference. What a great name, Circumference. So thank you to Steve Crane for sponsoring a bear. Thank you, Circumference, for sponsoring a bear. Thank you, everybody who sponsored a bear, because do you know what? This represents childhood. Childhood that's been stolen from girls. And that's why these threats to me and Janaya English are not worth niche. Because these girls matter. They matter. And no amount of intimidation, and bullying and threats will stop me from speaking out, nor will it stop me from doing what is right. I know Muslim girls are being raped too, but they do not have a voice. I'm aware of this. I will be their voice too, just as I will be the voice of every girl who has been abandoned, not just by the system as a whole, but the government. And that's why we're going from Downing Street to Westminster. And let me make this very clear for anyone who's not aware. I think the next step will be that every 3 months, on the 20th of that month, I will be back at Downing Street to Westminster until it becomes so big that we bring the entire capital city to a complete and utter standstill, where import and export is affected, business is affected, not violently, peacefully. But I need the mums, and I need the grands, and the aunts, and the sisters. And come on, I saw 70,000 people on the streets. You've got girlfriends, sisters, you've got mothers, you've got grandmothers, you've got aunts, you've got nieces. Come on, step up, please. I am pleading for every girl out there who has suffered, for every boy who's been raped. We're also holding the BBC accountable for what they have done for years of hiding child abuse and rape. I make no apologies for any paedophile or any rapist, and I don't give a flying toss who they are. But let's get this so it is very, very clear, because we have to reiterate things for the stupid and the idiotic. We know there are more rapists that are white than there are that are of Pakistani, Bangladeshi, or whatever other creed or colour you may be, which you all do happen to be Muslim. And yes, there is more of them. But what they don't do is turn it into a family business. Send text messages out to come and rape the white girl party. And I know about them because I've known for a fact that apostates who I've helped have told me about the text messages they received to come and rape the white girl. There's only one bunch of racism there, and it's against the white girls targeted. And that's why I admire Fawzia Rashid, I admire Rahil Raza. They're not afraid to say that these men are Muslim. They make no apologies. They make no excuses. And I really do admire them for that. Anybody who has an issue with the fact that I help Muslim women, I've never hidden it. It's been a statement of fact from day one, from day dot. Then they're not the people I need behind me. If you empower Muslim women, you disempower misogynistic Muslim men. So that the decent Muslim men who don't have this mentality of rape the white girl, abuse the Muslim women, will stand united. For the first time, this march will bring together atheists like me, Christians, Muslims, brown, white. What more do the left biased media need? And the reason these women stand with me is because they know I give a shit. They know I care. They know I will help. Sorry, just bear with me, Gavin King. Just been speaking to my daughter. She's trying desperately to get the day off work to attend alongside me at the march. Keep fighting, Tony, with you. Thank you so much, Gavin. That means so much to me. Honestly, everybody out there, if you've got daughters, I'm not talking about 5-year-olds, but I mean, if you want to bring your kids, bring your kids. I don't have an issue with that at all. The veterans will be there providing security, making sure that these people are secure at time. There will be, in the march, there will be victims, okay, of some of the most abhorrent abuses you could ever imagine. So they'll be there. I'm not going to put them on a platform because the men who raped them are still walking free. So I'm not going to make these girls a target, but they will be there. I've even managed to get somebody who has donated 50 Maria's suffragette coloured rosettes for me to give to the first 50 women. The bears, as I say, you sponsor the bear to represent an area, especially people who can't be there. It gives them an opportunity to play a part and feel they're making a difference. So no, when you sponsor the bear, you don't own the bear. Okay? The bear is for the march. It's going to be, for the first time, proof that Muslim and non-Muslim can stand together and will support free speech. Will say no more political correct bullshit. So anybody who doesn't know just look up by the numbers. For now, I've had a really long day. I'm very, very tired. To the arsehole that sent the threat, for which I got today. News. But I won't tell you about that just now. We'll keep that one in the bag. Just for now. But what I will say this is, make these girls count. Ask your mum, ask your daughter, ask your niece, ask your sister, ask your great-grandmother, your great-aunt. Mothers is the one thing we all have in common. And without future generations of mothers, we all cease to exist. Support the future generations. Support the girls. Support the women. Dare to care for a bear. That's all I can say. And that's all I ask. And those who have, thank you. Those who haven't, try to. And those who can't, that's fine too. But everybody now, please show your support. My daughter, I can tell you now, will be there. Because she's passionate about this, just as I am. So my daughter will be there. Even with all the death threats that I get, she's willing to stand up and speak out. So please, dare to care for a bear. For now, take care. Stay safe.